In France, the software development sector is valued at 17.6 billion euros. As a result, France has an expanding software development market. Therefore, if you want to immigrate to France as a software engineer, you better hurry up. Hi, this is Max from the Visa Library. In this video, I will bring you every detail and information you should know to immigrate and work in France as a software engineer. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, no time is better than right now. Do it so you can stay updated on visas and get a free cheat sheet about this video at the end. We publish 3 new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe. Let's go. What is a French tech visa? It is a priority method that will allow foreigners to receive their talent's passport residency permit more quickly. This visa defines a streamlined and quicker procedure for acquiring a residence visa and initially the talent passports. Okay, what are the categories for French tech visa? The French tech visa is aimed at 3 types of talent, and you will only need to be concerned about one of them. Let's see. Number 1, founders of international startups looking to establish a company in France, particularly those chosen through incumbents. Number 2, foreign talents interested in working for a rising French startup or scale-up. This person must have a master's degree or above to be eligible. Students must sign a 3-month open-ended or fixed-term job contract with a firm that has won the Pass Visa Tech program. Number 3, investors immigrating to France. These investors must stake 30,000 euros in physical or intangible fixed assets and invest directly through a firm in which they own at least 30% of the capital to be eligible. They must also hold at least 10% of the business that would profit from the investment. Furthermore, these investors must promise to generate or preserve jobs in the 4 years after the investment. Also, these industries need software engineers in France. Okay, what are the advantages of the French tech visa? It simplifies the procedure for investors. Your spouse and minor dependent children are automatically granted the visa. It is valid for 4 years and can be renewed. And diplomas are not considered for certain categories. Good for you. Let me ask you this question. Wait, what are French tech visa conditions for non-European employees? You must hold a contract of fewer than 3 months with a qualified French firm for the plan, have a yearly income that is at least double the minimum wage, give a certificate from French tech recognizing the company's innovative character. If you do not live in France, you must apply for a talent passport 3 months before coming to France. Upon arriving in France, get a residence permit. If you live in France, you must apply for a status change 2 months before your residence visa expires, and that's it, you're golden. Okay, next question. What French companies are eligible to use France tech visa for employees? Companies must be registered in France and have an SIRET number. It is a 14-digit number for all companies in France. The company must also fulfill one of the certain criteria. Number 1, hold the Young Innovative Business or JEI designation. Number 2, in the previous 5 years, the company has received public financing for innovation. Number 3, the company is backed by a French international venture capitalist. Number 4, the company has been incubated or accelerated in a support framework in France or elsewhere. Number 5, be a part of the French Tech 120 promotion and the Pass French Tech. Next question. How to get recognition for the French company's innovative nature? To be considered innovative, a company must satisfy at least one of three criteria. Criteria 1, be or have been a recipient of public funding for innovation in the previous 5 years. A list of applicable support mechanisms may be found here. Criteria 2, having its capital owned entirely or partially by an investment firm whose primarily goal is to finance or invest in innovative businesses. Criteria 3, be or have been supported by a support organization dedicated to innovative enterprises in the previous 5 years. Any creative organization seeking to hire foreign talent may take advantage of this system by requesting a certificate recognizing its innovative character to hire people from countries outside of the EU, the EEA, or Switzerland more readily. This application is submitted electronically using the designated websites here. In addition to the other supporting documents, this certificate that is valid for 3 years must be presented to foreign employees' visa and residence permit applications. Okay, let's look at another question. What are the eligibility conditions for the French Tech visa? You must demonstrate proof to be qualified for the talent program employee of an innovative company. Number 1, at least twice the national median wage or $41,030 as January 1st, 2023. Number 2, a permanent or fixed term job contract with a French employer for at least 3 months. Number 3, an active engagement in the R&D project and corporate development or any active relationship with the project's economic, social, international, and environmental development. When should you begin the French Tech visa procedure? The procedure should begin no later than 3 months before the intended date of arrival in France. If you're already in France, the procedure should begin 3 months before the expiration of the prior residence permit. Next one. How to immigrate to France as a software engineer. Step 1. Your employer seeks a letter verifying the company's innovative character. Step 2. You apply for a long stay visa or a residence permit, bringing the certificate and other supporting papers with you. If you live outside of France, you should apply to the French consular authorities in your place of residence. You can use the official France Visas website. Once in France, you must apply for the necessary talent passport on the designated portal immediately upon arrival to complete the residence visa application. Once your application is validated, you will receive a certificate of approval which will equal a residence permit until you go to the prefecture appointment to obtain the definitive residence permits. If you already live in France, you must apply for a status change. In addition, you will be required to demonstrate your qualification for the desired residence permits. Okay, next question. What are the required documents for the French Tech visa? You can go to our article and see the list of documents we've prepared for you to immigrate to France as a software engineer and complete an application for a long stay visa or a residence permit. Link is in the description. Okay, let's talk about the length of a stay and the renewal process. The multi-year talent passport residential visa functions in the same way as a work permit. The maximum length is 4 years. However, if the intended stay duration is less than a year, you can apply for a long stay visa labeled passport talent. It is good for a period of up to 12 months. Foreign nationals who choose to stay in France beyond this period may apply for a 4-year talent passport residence visa. Renewal applications must be filed on the dedicated website 2 months before the residence permit expires. In addition, you must provide documentation demonstrating that you continue to meet the conditions for the issuance of their permit and a certificate of activity from your employer or a certificate of professional activity for the previous 12 months. They must be uploaded to this website, and 225 euros for administrative costs is required. Okay, how much is the cost of the residence permit? Let's see. You must pay a fee of 1,200 euros to the French Immigration and Citizenship Office. A stamp fee of 25 euros is also needed. Also, the long stay visa that allows admission into France costs 99 euros. Now, let's talk about the French tech visa change of status. If your professional situation changes, you may need a change of status 3 months before the expiry date of the residence permit. Okay, now let's change the subject and talk about the French tech visa residence card. You may apply for the residence card after 5 years of legal and uninterrupted residency in France, entitling you to stay on French land and participate in any professional activity. Residency cards are valid for 10 years. Count on it. Can your family come with you? Your spouse and dependent children can come with you, but your spouse must apply and get a talent passport-family residence permit. Administrative fees are 225 euros for the spouse. Is a visa enough for a successful settlement in France? Well, no. To immigrate to France as a software engineer successfully, you need to consider more items such as permanent housing, social security, locating a doctor, driver's license, and bank accounts in France. What are the top companies hiring software engineers in France? You can see them here. The money part. How much is the salary of software engineers in France? In Paris, the average annual income for a software engineer starts from 50,000 euros. The average additional money for software engineers in France is 3,000 euros, with a range of 540 to 10,000 euros. Well, there you go. Now you can start your application and immigrate to France as a software engineer. Let me hook you up. I put a cheat sheet about this video on our website. Go ahead and download it. Link is in the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. It will help our YouTube algorithm. You can also follow our social media accounts. Again, links are in the description. If you have any type of visa that you want to know about, write the name in the comment section and we will make a video for it. Thank you all for watching.